Cupertino, California, one of the many areas in California, in the Bay Area, where it is supposedly the center of technology, houses one of the biggest tech companies in the world, Apple. Cupertino, being known for its computing companies, over 100 other businesses, produce software, telecommunications, and other healthcare products. Back in the mid-1970s, Apple was first founded and built in a garage of Steve Jobs' family home in Cupertino. Since then, Cupertino has homed Apple for almost 50 years. Since then, the business environment in Cupertino has thrived. Within the recent years, and recently, Apple has built a new corporate headquarters around the estimated amount of $5 billion, while promising to give Cupertino some infrastructure fixes and a public walkthrough of the new headquarters. While this may seem like an extraordinary thing Apple is doing and giving to Cupertino, there is a local issue of Apple roughly not wanting to pay a higher tax. What comes to your mind when you hear about Apple? By now you're probably thinking about your technology, mainly your phone or iPods, MacBooks, or iPads. While there are a variety of products that Apple designs and sells, think about their products. How expensive they are, where are they sold, and what makes having an Apple product so cool and popular. And mainly, why are people so fascinated with this kind of technology all around the world? How much do you think Apple Corporation makes in a day, in a week, month, or year, all around, selling its merchandise in its stores? What makes Apple so popular than any other company? And where do all their ideas and products come from? With the issue in Cupertino of Apple not wanting to pay a higher tax, consider taxes as being one of the most valuable and important contributions that the U.S. government relies on to strengthen the economy. Originally, Apple pays a substantial amount of 2.3% of taxes in Cupertino. While many will say that's a fair amount, there are many others, including myself, that disagree and argue that Apple should pay more taxes. Income tax is a tax money earned through wages from work and rental payments on property, investment payments on savings, profits from businesses owned, and other sources of incomes known as progressive. While Apple holds the largest tech of employees, having 25,000 Silicon Valley employees being Cupertino's largest employer. Property tax is ownership on land, buildings, or other personal property. Apple's property taxes they claim themselves is 17.15% of all asset property value in the city, including its headquarters and other properties, such as Apple stores. Sales tax is a tax paid by consumers on retail goods, services, at the point of sale, and passed on by the retailers to the government, referred to as a flat tax, while Apple pays a sales tax of 1.125%. While you may be unaware, Apple occupies 60% of Cupertino with its taxes, surely changing the foundation of Cupertino. While Apple is making its own impacts in Cupertino, there is one who is looking to make Apple pay a higher tax, Mayor Barry Chang. While in the past, Chang has made attempts to try and convince Apple to pay a higher tax with the expansion of its new corporate headquarters. Surely but slowly, this new attempt by Chang to tax the tech giant is coming into play. Chang proposing to tax businesses with more than 100 workers $1,000 per employee. If Apple were to pay a higher tax with their revenue, with the expansion of its new headquarters, Apple could make major changes to the city of Cupertino. With Apple installing a clean slate in Cupertino, such as sheltering and getting the homeless off the streets, providing schools with an after-school program, as well as giving out scholarships for students in college or who are about to attend college, lowering their sales tax, taking care of traffic problems, building new roadways, while keeping the streets safe and clean for the residents of Cupertino. Despite all the success that Apple has done over the years, Apple should look towards a higher form of mind, thinking different, providing something far greater for Cupertino than its technology, if Apple were to pay a higher tax.